Hello everybody, my name is Mike Tomorrow and I want to welcome you to the latest episode of My Life with Asperger's. Today's topic is going to be jealousy. I have recently gone through jealousy here, and I'm still jealous at some of the things that have been going on in this world. You know, I'm getting frustrated about it. Jealousy is a tough topic to talk about, but I want to discuss it because I feel that jealousy is something that needs to be talked about. You know, jealousy is something everybody goes through, including us autistic and Aspies. We go through jealousy if something doesn't go our way. You know, most of the time, jealousy occurs with relationships. Alright? And I'm going to be talking about that too. Alright? But first, I want to discuss, in my own words, what jealousy is. Jealousy is something that goes on that you do not feel comfortable with. Jealousy is something that causes another person to be upset with another person. For example, if somebody else gets the job that you're hoping for, somebody else gets the girl that you're hoping for. You know? Those type of things cause jealousy. Now, what I pulled up Wikipedia's website, and the definition is: jealousy is an emotion and typically refers to the negative thoughts and feelings of insecurity, fear, and anxiety over an anticipated loss of something that the person values, particularly in reference to a human connection. Jealousy often consists of a combination of presenting emotions such as anger, resentment, inadequacy, helplessness, and disgust. It is not to be confused with envy. Jealousy is a familiar experience in human relationships. It has been observed in infants 5 months and older. Some claim that jealousy is seen in every culture. However, others claim jealousy is a culture-specific phenomenon. Jealousy is often reinforced as a series of particularly strong emotions and constructed as a universal human experience. It has been a theme for many artistic works that seek to privilege monogamous disclosures. Psychiatrist has proposed several models of the processes underlying jealousy and have identified factors that result in jealousy. Sociologists have determined that cultural beliefs and values play an important role in determining what triggers jealousy and what constitutes social acceptable expressions of jealousy. Biologists have identified factors that may unconsciously influence the expressions of jealousy. Artists have explored the theme of jealousy in photographs, paintings, movies, songs, plays, poems, and books. Theologians have offered religious views of jealousy based on the sculptures of their respective faiths. Now, Now, it said in there, it is not to become confused with envy. Envy is best defined as a resentful emotion that occurs when a person lacks another superior quality, achievement, experience, or possession and wishes that the other lacked it. Alright. Jealousy and envy to me are the same. I don't care what the internet says. I think they are the same. Alright? They are the same. Okay? Because jealousy and envy, you feel it. You know? But I want to say something about that. You know, I have gone through a lot of experiences where someone else has been picked for a job over me. And then, for example, I applied for a few jobs and I go in for interviews and yet somebody else got picked for the job. Or I apply, I never get an interview, and then the next thing I know, they move on with somebody else. I know that going through jobs is hard, alright? Going through job interviews is hard. And you might feel jealous if you do not get the job. But it also depends on how many people applied for that same job too. So, like one of the jobs I applied for a while ago, I found out there was 297 other people, or 296 people, other people that applied for that same job. Now, I felt a little jealous in the beginning when I didn't get any call for interview or whatever. However, let me just say this. When I did look up the stats online and saw the qualities and all the other statistics, I felt a little bit better knowing that I know I didn't get the job, and so did 295 other people did not get the job either. So I know how things go. Alright? And I'm not going to sweat it. You know, I'm just saying it right now. Now, I felt jealous a few times when I was on the job, actually. Like, for example, you know, Disney does their professional internships, right? They have managers who are going to college and they go and have a internship. I'm not referring to the college program. I'm referring to a professional intern. This is a step up from college program, okay? The professional internships are actually the students that go into the job and actually they're training to be leaders or managers, alright? So basically, they get to be our manager. It's like, give me a break. I applied for the professional internship a few times. I got rejected every single time that I did while I was in college. When I graduated from college, that was it. I could not apply for it anymore. But yet, you know, let me just put it this way. I do not feel comfortable with people who are younger than me telling me what to do on a job. I'm sorry, I just feel completely uncomfortable with that. Now, going back to the jealousy topic, yes, you do feel jealous every single time that a new college kid goes into the manager role and becomes your boss. they're like 6, 7, 8 years younger than you. Eventually, they're going to be like 10 years younger than you and telling you what to do? That's crazy. But yet, in the same way, I have to go and follow their orders sometimes, you know? I don't feel comfortable with that. Alright? But, in the sense, we have to follow the rules. And that's the way life goes. You have to follow the rules. You can't be upset with somebody because they got a higher promotion than you did. Alright? I know I feel jealous that people are transferring out of Pizza Planet all the time and I'm not. You know, I should be happy for them, which I am. But yet I'm also upset that they do not let me get transferred out. You know? And I just applied for a transfer, so let's hope that works. Now, we were just talking about jobs. Let's talk about relationships, alright? I know it's hard to fall in love with somebody, yeah. I become friends with them first, yeah. That's the first step. And then the next thing I know, I want to ask them out on a date or ask them to be my girlfriend. You know what happens? They're taken! By the time I get to them, somebody else takes them away from me. You know? Let me flash back to high school, for example. I really liked this girl in high school. And yet, every time I tried to ask her out, or even ask her to be my girlfriend, you know, I lose confidence and I lose the strength to ask. Because I hear also that, okay, she went out with another person and she's going out with him. I feel jealous at that time because he got to her first before I did. You know? And then let me fast forward here. Like maybe like last year, I met this college programmer and I really liked her. Next thing I know, she's living with another coworker, right? She moved down here and she lives with him. Now they're in a relationship. I feel a little bit better on that because they do live with each other, but at the same time, I feel a little bit upset because I felt that we shared the same qualities, you know. And then let's fast forward to April of this year. I met this girl in the new group that I went to, right? And then we started talking online with each other. Now, I felt like she was going to ask me, I was going to ask her or something. I felt that I was going to ask her within the next couple of weeks. I was going to ask her. By June, I was going to ask her. Next thing I know, this past week, I saw that she was in a relationship with somebody else. You know? Now, I felt a little bit uncomfortable with that. Alright? Because I had feelings for her too. But at the same time, he has a better job, a better life, a better sense of living than I do. And I felt, what did I do wrong? I felt that her and I were going to hit it off. And you know, I do more work for the organization that she listed on Facebook that he worked for. I do a lot more than he does. You know? And I'm not going to say any names of any organizations or any persons. I don't want to. I don't feel comfortable. You know, let me just also say that I did congratulate the both of them on their recent development of the relationship, alright? But I did it privately. I don't want to express my congratulations in public. I don't want to express my congratulations on Facebook. I do not want to express my congratulations because of the hurt I felt. I felt real hurt, you know? She was a nice girl. I thought we were going to hit it off. Next thing I know, boom, you have somebody else who claimed her. Now, I don't know how, I don't know why, but I do have problems asking girls out. I become friends with them, and yet I have a problem asking them out. I don't know if it's my shyness, I don't know what, but I feel jealous, and I envy that. And I envy everybody that does have a relationship, you know, with people that I wanted to ask out. You know, I know some of them, some of the relationships happen because they went to school with each other since they were in elementary school. I can believe that. I can understand that. And that's fine. But for people like me, I didn't really go to school anywhere. I did go to school, but it was like I went to school in one town for my elementary, one town for one of my years in middle, another year of middle school in another town, and then my 4 years in another town. And then I went to college in another town. Then I went to a second college in another town. I never went to school in one town all of my life, you know, like most of the people. So it's real hard for me to make that connection. You know, I really like the girls, and I really have a hard time finding out or trying to hook up with them. You know, and I didn't really spend that much time in college because I only went for classes, then I went home. I didn't really stay for any clubs or after school activities or after class activities. You know, I didn't really sign up for those. I know in high school I was on student council, yearbook, Renaissance, schools met wits team, prom committee, Bible club. Pretty much you name it, I was in that club. So I was like well known in high school, despite the fact that I was from out of town. And if it wasn't for me being on student council or like yearbook, I probably would have not known most of the students that went to school. You know? People are probably jealous of me too, because I did all those activities in high school. But at the same time, I wanted to try to build up social communications with people. I want to build up my esteem. And plus I had to wait for my mom, because she was working at the school for like my first 2 years of high school. And then I had to wait around for her for like 6 months, because she was my ride home when she took her new job. So she had to drive me up to the school, drop me off, and then she went to work, and then I had to wait around, and then she went to pick me up, and you know what I mean? It's just real hard. It's just real hard for me to get a girl in a relationship, because I don't know how I feel. You know, Aspies, I think, have a hard time expressing their feelings, expressing their social skills to try to get a girlfriend. Like myself. You know? I feel real jealous sometimes if there's a girl I like, and yet she's taken already. You know? Now, let me just say my family, I'm real happy for my sister because she got married to a nice guy, and I consider him to be a brother of mine. Even though he is my brother-in-law, I consider him to be my brother because I never had a brother growing up, and I consider him being mine, you know. And then I feel happy. I don't feel jealous that she got married. I just hope that I get married. But yeah, I feel jealous at her because by the time she was my age, she had a full-time job. She had a 40-hour job. She had a Monday through Friday job. And she also had a fiance. Alright? When she was my age. And yet, I'm at the age now and I don't have any of that. I don't have a good full-time job. I don't have a Monday through Friday job. I don't even have a girlfriend. You know? And I also feel jealous that my parents also have bachelor's degrees. My sister has a bachelor's degree. And yet, they have good jobs. Whereas, I don't. And I don't even have a mate. So, I feel real jealous of that. And then I also feel jealous of my youngest cousin, youngest first cousin, because I have several cousins. Because she got married to a guy before I did. I feel a little bit jealous on that. But I'm happy for them too. Because I'm happy that they found somebody. You know? It's just real hard for me to find love. And it's real hard for me to find a good job that I can have a Monday through Friday job, you know? And it's like, I hope that jealousy does not interfere with my entire rest of my life. Because if it does, I don't want to kill myself here, but it's probably what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna feel comfortable. And that's what's gonna be probably happening. I don't want to say it, but you know, I just don't feel comfortable. I really want, and I expect us guys to ask the girl out. And it's like, why can't the girl ask me out? You know? They expect us guys to be the romantic ones. I really would have liked to ask that girl out. But it was just the right time. I was going to ask her by the end of the month, by the end of this month, or even beginning of the next month. I was going to ask her out. But it just didn't happen. You know? Now, I hope everything in my life does become happy. And I do apologize if this video is a little bit longer than I expected. But I needed to cover all the bases here. Because if I didn't, then I wouldn't be happy. And I wanted to make sure that I said all the things I wanted to say too. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And I want to thank you for watching this series. I do really love doing this series. And yet I know that there are other Aspies out there that are probably jealous that I have all these videos and I do my life with Asperger's, you know? I wish they would do it too, because it's a good way of expressing it. But they're probably jealous that I do all these videos and they don't, you know? But anyways, I wanted to end on that note. And I hope to see you guys next time. I'll talk to you all later. Bye for now.